If you live life being scared all the time, you're always going to be in hibernation. And I don't want to live like that. I want to live go-getter, take risks. I'm going to squeeze every minute, every second out of my days to ensure that I'm not wasting time. You cannot get back time, but you can impact now.
Hi, Jamie.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. So tell me, how did it happen that you actually ended up in sessions with me?
I was working with a yoga teacher previously who I opened up to a lot, and I called her one day because I was going through a lot of stuff in my head and it wasn't coming out of my head. So called her to see if she could help or if she recommended any strategies, ways of working, and she recommended you.
Yeah.
Yeah, she highly recommended you.
How we were
Obviously,
already
you were
doing.
my yoga teacher. I was like, that's a weird coincidence. I know her.
Weird. Yeah. And tell me, what was the biggest taking out of the sessions that you've done?
That anyone can change, and anyone can change through your thought process and through the right strategies that allow you to change. And you convinced me to do that.
And is it easy for you to open up to others?
No, for sure not. But when I work with someone that I can open up to, then I can. And then I can flow, and then I can get stuff out of my head and feel comfortable, because I think it's about feeling comfortable, because I've obviously got a lot of stuff pulling me back, or was pulling me back anyway. And to open up to someone, it was always hard because I tried finding lots of people to do that, all of them types of therapies, but it just never worked.
But you enjoyed yoga with me, yeah? And we already had a relationship with yoga.
Yeah.
And you put a lot of focus on your physical health. Tell us a little bit about it.
When I was young, I got celiac disease, and it's like it pulled me back in so many different areas, and I was always questioning, like, why can I not grow? Why can I not be fit? Why can I not be healthy? So I was always like questioning. Everything is about question. I was questioning everything in my life, and I was just so committed to transforming my body, and I've still got a long way to go, but I wanted to feel confident, and to feel confident, you have to be confident in your body at the same time. That's a big factor to feeling confident, which I did. And I'm big about my routines, my gut process, feeling of my gut.
Can you tell us a little bit about what time of the day you start your...
Yeah, I get up at 5, meditate, obviously teach me to treat it as the most important things I do. But I go for a whole gut process to cleanse my gut. Obviously, we sleep for hours and hours. How can we get rid of all the toxins from, sleeping overnight and whatnot? And I go for a full process from greens juice to probiotics to digest to...
So when I first met you, I always knew that you get up at 5 a.m. in the morning and you go straight into the gym. That was your routine. And what would happen after?
I would eat. And I wanted to just feel alive. That was my biggest thing, is how can I just feel alive? And when I do cardio in the morning, I feel alive. And I say to all my team, like, I walk into my office on fire. I'm ready to go. And that's such a great feeling.
That is an amazing feeling. So when I first met you, I already knew that you've got these strategies in place for your physical body. And all we needed to do is to work a little bit on your mind and just add healthy habits that will improve your mental health, that will make you feel better, happier, more in control of your thoughts, more in control of your emotions, and be able to regulate your emotions. And you've added them. Which was quite fascinating to see your dedication, just going from 5-minute meditation to 7.5-minute meditation. What are you on now?
12 to 15.
Well done.
Yeah.
Fantastic. And tell me, what was the biggest shift in therapy for you?
Focusing on the positive things in life.
And what was the worst thing that happened to you in your mind's eye that you were able to turn into a bit more positive?
Probably my upbringing. My mum done everything for me, but like I had my dad, and he was problematic in many ways to my life and maybe how I viewed life, I guess.
Would you mind to tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, he was an abusive alcoholic man. He ruined my whole family, and he's someone that like knocks people down time and time again. So when you look up to someone and they let you down with so many things and they treat you as you're not one of their own, then it's like a knockback. It knocks back on confidence and self-esteem and stuff like that. And I don't think I know that was one of my biggest problems, is I was holding on to anger and a problem that he created maybe in my mind that I didn't forgive.
At what age was that? How old were you?
Young. I knew it was happening, but now I knew it more happening when I was getting to 14, 15, 16.
So he was around all the way till...
It was kind of around, yeah.
What age?
To some extent, 16.
16.
That's when my whole family had to shut the door completely.
And do you think there are other families similar to yours?
100%.
Other people? Okay. And what would be your kind of word to all of those boys that were raised by a father that was abusive, alcoholic?
That you can create your own self. Like, your environments that you had in your past isn't the environments that you need to have in your future.
Beautiful.
It comes down to you and the want to change, and everyone can blame the past, but the blame is an excuse to why you don't want to change to the future you want to get to, and anyone can change.
Wow. How did you get into that realization?
Yeah.
No, there must have been something within you that made you realize that.
Enough was enough. I wanted to be confident. I wanted to have self-esteem. I wanted to make something of myself. I craved that. I wanted to make something of me. I wanted to prove people wrong. I think it was just like a shift that I need to do this.
That upbringing did lead you later to some trouble in your youth.
Yeah.
Would you mind to share a little bit of that? Yeah. I'm sorry for laughing.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy to share some of the things. Normally it's in the one-to-one situation.
It is. I think I had a lot of anger in my body. So I keep kind of trying to correct myself. But I had a lot of anger. That's obviously why I engage with, speaking to my old yoga teacher, to trying to find different ways to try and control my stress. Everyone says that I'm stressed. You say, like, don't let someone tell you who you are. Like, that's down to you to decide and for you to know your own body and whatnot. I had a lot of anger, and I think as I was growing up, I wanted to make something of myself. I wanted to be someone. I was trying to fit in, probably. I loved getting into trouble because I was bored of my situation. I had so much anger built up inside my body that I just...
That was the only way to deal with it.
Yeah. It was like a release for me to get it out in different ways. It led me to doing stupid decisions and led to even big outcomes sometimes.
Really? Can you give us an example?
Well, yeah. I was on a curfew for 9 months when I set up my business, and that could have led to me going into prison. Ooh. And it was just from stupid mistakes and stupid things that I'd done. And I've been in shitty time periods and shitty mind places where I didn't want to be that person. I wanted to make something of myself, and I knew I had the capability. I didn't want to waste my capability. A lot of people waste the potential that they have. I didn't want to waste my potential. Like, you get one shot at this life here. Wow. I wanted to make something of it.
So what happened? How did you turn it all around? All of this trouble and youth. What was the turning point?
Me creating success. My success made me want more success. More success means more clothes, money, watches, you name it. Success created a life that I loved, that I was obsessed with, that I was craving for more,
But now that you're looking at it from a time, do you think it was the success, or do you think there was an emotion attached to that success?
But I wanted to prove people wrong. I got kicked out of school, and teacher said this, teacher said that.
What did they say?
Well, there was a time when I got to my last grades that there was a time where there was a group of kids, which was my group. They basically said the next person who that goes, sort of thing, and I was the first person.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so then it was like...
So you were evicted from the school?
Yeah, and that was it. Finished early. I just wanted to prove people wrong. I wanted to prove that I didn't need a dad to create something of myself. I didn't need a role model. I can do this myself. I need to look up to people to make who I want to be.
So you become a father to yourself in a way?
I had to.
Okay. And how did you raise yourself to be such a great guy?
Well, my mum's definitely helped me out. She has done a lot for my family. She's stretched herself out. We're so alike, so we clash a lot. So I think that's always going to be an issue, but
No.
we are so alike. But I definitely took it all on myself, my shoulders, my thought process, my mindset to be the person that I wanted to be and create the person who I am today.
So you focus on what you want rather than what you do not want.
Yeah, get rid of that.
And can you see sometimes people going through life and thinking, I mean, I had a horrible childhood. A lot of things happen that are tough. And we sometimes get focused on that so much because we're not going through the process of releasing it or working on it with therapists or on our own with our family members. Then that can become such a big part of our life. What you did was slightly different. You acknowledged it. Yeah. You accepted it for what it was. This is my father. He's an abusive alcoholic. He ruined a little bit of my life and my childhood. That led me to a tough youth. But as a result, you came out of it and you focus on who you actually want to be, so the opposite side. And what happened then?
I went through a transformation of my life. I become super successful.
Ooh, congratulations.
Yeah.
It's not easy. What you've done is incredible effort. And all I've done with you is a hard work. We've done nothing but really hard work on your mind. So you already had the strategy for the body to look after yourself when it comes to your physical body. And all we did was like a mind gym, exercising your mind to think slightly differently, to constantly focus your mind on what you want rather than what you do not want. Yeah. But what would you say to all of these children that go or come from a similar background?
Yeah. Knowing that you can create something of yourself. Everyone has the possibility to create a new person.
And how would they do it? Because we all have different journeys. So your journey is quite unique to you.
Yeah.
But where do you start, you reckon?
You start by taking advice on the people that have done it. Generally, like you speak to people that know what to do. Like my biggest thing, like you read all the books in the world, go straight to the source. Go straight to real life examples, advice, and ask questions and get real answers. Direct answers.
What questions do you think young boys in a similar situation, or girls, could ask themselves?
How do I change? What's no longer serving me? What skills I need? How do I focus on the right things? Focus on the positive things in life. Journal. Paint that picture of who you want to be, that vision. How do you get there? What's the 1%? What's that step forward you need to take to get there? There's various different questions and strategies that you can take that removes yourself from the old self to then focus on the new.
That's fascinating. Because you would need to become a little bit more reflective.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're saying to everyone. Just to stop for a moment and give yourself a little break and ask yourself good questions.
Yeah.
And what were the answers to those questions when it comes to your life?
I want it to be the best salesperson in what I did. Like the best, younger than anyone. I wanted to prove people wrong. I wanted to be happy. I wanted to be confident in myself, like fulfilled. I think happiness was the biggest thing that I wanted. I had so much anger inside me, pissed off of everyone. Someone walks past me in the street and barges me, I'll fly off the handle. I don't want to live a life like that.
Why not?
Because I want to be happy. I don't want to be stressed. I want to live long. I want to be healthy. I want to be a role model. You can't do that acting like that.
So do you think you got to the point when you're able to regulate that anger and work with it? Do you still get angry?
Yeah, 100%.
And how do you cope with that anger?
I think I digest. One big thing that I've been doing lately is, does it affect me in 2 hours time, 1 day time, 1 week time? 9 times out of 10, it'll be no.
Wow. And what are the things that you're getting angry about?
What was I getting? People not doing the job properly.
And how do you cope with that?
I motivate them why they need to do the job properly, how they can change their life through my business and the platform that we've created.
So you help others to grow.
Yeah, for sure.
Next to you.
I believe success is not your money that you earn. Success is how you replicate your knowledge into other people and impact them. That's true success.
And do you think we can be naturally very happy?
You can't be naturally happy. You have to create a happy life.
Can you give us a bit of insight on that?
Yeah. Fulfillment.
How many staff members do you have right now?
One of my businesses is 120. I'm investing into a couple other businesses right now. There's about 60 spread across there. You know, we want to add a 170 to my sales business next year. We've got 3 offices, soon to open 2 more. So it's exciting times for sure. I said to them, like, true happiness at work is not that you offer them a longer lunch. True happiness is you make them successful. Success creates happiness. It does. All the other stuff along the way is the 1% that add to the overall strategy to be happy, but success creates happiness.
So if happiness is not something that comes naturally, how do you think, what are the other ways apart from success? Because success doesn't have to be success at work. It could be a mini success, like in relationship, in life with friendship, your goals. Yeah. But what are the other little exercises that potentially we've done in sessions as well that people could use?
10 positive things every day. There'll always be small things that you'll find. Like, obviously, you say to me all the time, what are 10 positive things? And I sometimes go, I don't know. But there's always something. Like, always searching for something positive.
What was positive today?
What's positive today? We had a very, very good meeting with a bank and about some investment that we're looking at to really accelerate things. So we had some positive things. I've had some positive things lately.
And really small things that you see as positive. Can you mention any of those?
Small things is, I don't know, doing a little bit better at the gym.
Wow. And you're noticing it. You're
noticing it. Knowing that my goals for next year are going to excite me. Right? Just little things like that. You know, knowing that I'm going to be going on holiday on Sunday. I've always got to identify things that make you naturally happy.
But to do that, you do need to reflect a little bit, slow down a little bit.
100%.
Look at it and journal and even talk about it. But in life, we tend to just go, oh, another holiday, another thing, another. And you end of the holidays, you haven't even mentioned it once, how happy you are or what you're happy about this holiday.
Yeah.
I agree.
For sure, like self-reflecting, like journaling daily is so key.
I've got one more question about your health and about the fear of death. Would you mind to share how you overcome that?
Yes, I think I have one of these things, nothing scares me. If you live life being scared all the time, you're always going to be in hibernation or that fixed mindset. And I don't want to live like that. I want to live go-getter, take risks, just make stuff happen. But one thing it did is death, because the thought of death, that one day you're gone. What happens? Do we just stop thinking, breathing? And that always went through my head, and I thought that so much. And obviously when we spoke, since then I haven't thought about it once. And that just shows you how just working with someone, getting stuff out of your mind and getting strategies to change, how impactful it is. It used to keep me up at night sometimes.
Wow. I think there's a lot of people who would struggle with the fear of death.
For sure. But like you said, are you living a healthy life? Are you doing everything to be healthy? Are you controlling your controllables? Are you doing all the right things? Because, you know, I'm a big believer, you know, genetics are genetics. But what are you doing with your body? What are you doing in terms of making sure that, are you looking after it? Are you seeing the right people? Are you getting the right nutrition in, the right supplements in? Your diet, all of this stuff, like, it contributes. And if you're continuously on top of things and you're focusing on how you're going to improve your life, how you're going to live long, how you're going to appreciate the life that you live, then you forget about that problem, that fear, because...
And isn't it also that potentially you change your way of thinking about death?
Yeah.
So would you mind to share what it was and what it is now?
Well, I know it's going to happen now. And, you know, I look more into spirituality and understanding more about our soul and stuff like that. And, you know, some people might believe it, some people don't. But I don't believe in anything, but I believe that we are more than just what we are now. And the reason why I say that is because I believe when I manifest, everything happens. I believe when I talk about something, it happens. I believe if I think about something, it happens. And that doesn't just happen for the sake of coincidence.
or thinking or talking
Yeah.
about it.
It
It happens through actions as well,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
for sure. And that's why it's made me think that, I'm going to be, I've got it now booked. Finally, I've got ayahuasca booked in because I want to, and this is a certain type of medicine that I want to look at because I want to understand more about me. I want to see things. I want to, and people take it just to get rid of blockers and stuff like that. I want to do it because I want to understand more about my deeper self.
You're definitely on a self-discovery journey. I
Yeah.
like that about you. You're always searching for more. So just to wrap up with the belief system. So what was that belief system about death and what it is now?
My belief system about death scared me.
Scared me. So it was terrifying,
Yeah.
fearful.
And what I see it is now is that it's going to happen, and what happens to me after is going to happen.
Mm.
And I believe something will now happen.
And how does that motivate you in life to bring happiness, to bring joy?
I'm going to maximize my life.
Mm.
I'm going to impact people.
Mm.
I'm going to do everything I can to be successful. I'm going to look back with no regrets. I'm going to squeeze every minute, every second out of my days to ensure that I'm not wasting time. And I say that to a lot of people. You cannot get back time, but you can impact now. Like this second, I can impact. And that's my biggest thing is impacting people. I want to leave a legacy. I'm fascinated by who I can become.
I think you're going to inspire hundreds and thousands and millions. You just need to keep on going. And, go-getter, it's a certain energy that requires a lot of fire, a lot of focus and consistency. But we've spoke a lot about downtime,
Yeah.
relaxing, meditation, talking a little bit calmer way, managing your anger. Can you share anything from your perspective, how your life has changed since you've been applying those?
Yeah, like everyone, people talk about burnout a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bit, do I believe in burnout? I've actually read into this, right? Burnout is a type of stress hormone that you trigger through not having downtime, not doing the right thing.
Beautiful.
It's your mindset. Like burnout is the mentality in your mindset of what you've created.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not looking after your mindset and your thought process and having, a good type of mindset, you will burn out because you'll be burning at so many different ends. Your mindset might be right. I've got my mindset in a place that I can do anything. I can work as long as I want. And that's why you even said this to me, right? Don't ever tell someone that you could burn out or you might be stressed, because I know my capability. And I know my capability is more than the average person.
Well
because
done.
I've created that. I've created a mindset like that. And I've created the person to think, believe, feel, see everything, that I can do anything. And that's how I think.
Well done. But you also have a lot of those healthy habits, physical healthy habits and mental healthy habits. And one of your healthy habits is downtime, is relaxing time.
I go spa, I get, I do all kinds.
I think it's so important to tell people that yes, you are a go-getter. Yes, there's a lot of energy and force in many things that you do, but you're also able to take care of yourself and be 100%. Like incredible parent to yourself, mom and dad to yourself, and just go like, okay, am I eating well? Am I, like you would look after the child, am I eating well? Am I going to vet on time? Am I waking up on time? And that is beautiful because that is going to keep you in this healthy place.
Yeah, and like a lot of people say, oh, I work so much, but I can't focus on me. And I'm just like, you haven't even seen my diary. Like my diary is work. But, and we even discussed it, right? You said to me, how much you spend on your work versus how much you spend on you, and it's minimal. I now spend 4.5, maybe 5 hours on me every day.
Wow.
It's in my diary.
So what is your number one priority in life?
Me. And this is what I say to everyone now. As soon as you shift your focus on you, everything else.
And we're not talking about you. We're talking about your physical health and your mental health. Yes. Yeah. Well done. Okay, I want to know one more thing before we wrap up. Your journal.
Yeah.
Because you're really big on this.
Yeah.
Tell me about your journey to that point when you realize, okay, I can share it with others. If it works for me, it could work for others. And how you got to the bottom of it, because I just know that you've got a pink and black one. I haven't received it yet, so I'm looking forward to that. But tell me what is inside and why you've created it and what is it a part of?
Yeah. So all of the habits that I've created to change my mindset, I couldn't find out there. And I was writing on notepads and this and that. I just had it. It was a mess. And I'm the type of person, I've got like OCD and I need it. I need things to be perfect because I like going back on things. I bought so many different things, apps, and spent money and all kinds. And I need to find somewhere where I just have everything. So I made it myself. I made it myself. I had enough of looking on it. So I've made it myself. And I'm big about your weekly goals and reviews for a week. So reviewing your week, pros, improvements, reviewing your goals.
So it's this reflective practice.
Reflecting, self-reflecting every week. So that's that done. There's a page in there, and then I've got days, every day, Monday, Tuesday to Sunday, is then where we really get into the detail of our days. So we write our affirmations, 3 positive notes in the evening.
I like that.
Every day.
Good.
The intention for the day, how we can improve the day. Literally, and it's got really good motivational quotes in there as well every week.
Which one is your favorite?
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible.
But I've created a one-stop shop that you can't find out there of exactly the habits that if you take these habits, guarantee, if you do this for 21 days, your mindset will be different.
I believe in that. That. And if someone is not into writing in the journal, do you think you're going to get an app or you're going to get...
So we're creating an app now. I'm creating a platform right now to go through this journey that I've gone through to different modules of your mindset, of how you can guarantee your mindset shift. And I do sales. So I create a whole program of how to sell to people, how to close people. Sales you can use with anywhere. So if you learn this properly, I'm creating a transformation platform for anyone globally to join that can research and review and look to create a successful life.
But surely some people will say, okay, I want to do gym every single day at 5 a.m. in the morning, and they do it for a month in January and then they stop. What is the first step, you reckon, for everyone?
Get a coach. People say to me, where can I spend my money? How do I spend my money? All of this stuff. Get a coach.
Okay, and if they can't afford a coach, what would be like the first step that is always so important?
Buy my journal. Start journaling. I'm not just selling my journal, but this is, honestly, it's the cheapest and best thing for you to do. If you don't need a journal, get a piece of paper. Review your week. Self-analyze your week. Every day, always search for 3 positives to make sure you train your mind to think positive rather than negative. How can you improve? Practice gratitude or what you're grateful for every day. Write down your intentions for the day, your affirmations. That's free. That will change everything.
I mean, doing it will change everything. Just thinking and talking about it won't change anything. But actually sitting down and doing it is going to create such a massive shift and change in people's life. I like the fact that you just get a pen and paper and just do the work. And if you don't do the work, what's going to happen?
You're going to complain, you're going to dwell, you're going to moan, you're going to be the person that's always stuck in your own the old self, and you're not happy then.
Full of excuses.
That's why if you're not willing to put the work in.
And I think it's worth mentioning as well that it doesn't have to be like, I know you're on 4 hours right now, but it doesn't have to be 4 hours to start with. No. It could be literally 5 minutes, 2 minutes. And again, I remember having this deep conversation with you about meditation, and you were like, okay, when am I going to get the results out of this meditation? I'm up for it, but how long do I need to wait to get the results out of it? And I remember thinking in my head, how am I going to break the news to you? And I just went, it's probably going to take a little bit of time, up to, like, it depends how much you're going to dive into it, but it could be a year, it could be 2 years, it could be 3 years when you see real results of daily meditation, mindfulness. And your reaction was amazing. You were just like, okay, fine, let's do it. So what do I start with? And you're just on the journey. How long you've been meditating now for?
Properly a year, properly, consistently.
And can you see any results so far? Like small, I mean, you can, the transformation is there.
I think all of the 1% helped me. And it definitely can't. I do breath work on a Wednesday. Coach in Miami when I'm in Miami, and he showed me how to practice through breath work, and the practice of breath work is so key for everything.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I was on the way here and I was chatting to someone who does the breath work, and they said, "Are you going to mention breath work in the interview?" I didn't have to. You did it. Well done. Anything else out of the sessions that you would like to share before we wrap up? The last words?
I think for anyone that's struggling, anyone that needs help, anyone that has trauma, hardships, all of that, anyone that wants to get their mindset in a place to be happy.
Or a little bit happier.
Yeah, just even small steps, then find someone that you can open up to first and then work with someone.
I love it. And thank you so much for sharing with everyone your journey, because I see a lot of patients and not everyone is willing to talk about the fact that they're seeing a therapist or they're seeing a coach.
It's changed my life.
They're seeing someone, but you actually can see the results in your life. And it's not down to the therapist. No. It is you taking all of that knowledge and applying it in your everyday life. Really.
I'm just obsessed with improving now.
You are.
Yeah.
And you did so well. Thank you for inviting me today. Pleasure chatting to you. I hope we're going to have more of this chat. I'm enjoying this, actually. You've been very open. Thank you for sharing so much with everyone.
Thank you.